What's up, everybody? We're back for part 2 of the Scooter Jr. episode on the Justoid podcast. KB's slicing some pizza.
Look here, hot as fuck.
Steaming off that. It's steaming.
God damn, I damn near burnt my fucking tongue. Yeah, let's not stay there.
We, 2, 4, 6. We doubled in size. Got 4 behind the camera, 4 on the camera. I was a little sleepy last week. Didn't get to ask any of the questions or really get into what I wanted to get into. So here we are again. If you watched the riff last week, it's pretty funny, but we're going to talk today. Once again, where can the people find you online?
Scooter_JR5 on Instagram. And if you're trying to book a session, record some music, go to www.lsdchicago.com and book a Scooter. Make some heat together.
Right now. So, Mike, I wrote down some fond memories, and I figured you can talk about them a little bit.
Shoot 'em.
Abdul. You and him ran away together at one point.
I mean, we went just
Talk about it. What was going on?
I don't remember specifically. It had something to do with my dad. Oh, I think it was because, and I could be completely wrong about this, but it was because I got in trouble for something, and then Dad got pissed at me, rightfully so, and I was just a dumb teenager, and I don't know, me and him would hang out a lot, and I guess he was in trouble or something, and we were like, fuck it, we didn't go to a different state or anything, but we literally just went around to different people's houses and we're like, yo, can we sleep at your house tonight for a week? That was pretty much the extent of it.
I remember pulling up on both of you at the McDonald's at 1 in the morning.
This? What year was this?
Probably 2016.
Free music.
And then everybody thinks, because then Z-Stone Zach, he posted on his Snapchat, because we were just hanging out in a parking lot by a train track, and I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I ran up to the train to look like I'm gonna hop on the train? And he put farewell Vike with me running towards the moving train, and I was like,
yeah, folks,
and then I got a bunch of questions you're back already? And I was like, I never left.
It's crazy what motherfuckers will believe.
It's all about the angles, the perception.
All right, next question I got for you.
What the fuck was that?
Just flying on the spot, man.
Talk to me about living at Angie's. How did that come about? For me, you, and Nick. And what was that like?
Because my parents
My
are divorced.
Fucking
and I went
mother,
back
motherfucker.
Came about. I mean, maybe you could fill the people in, but me and my brother, because we lived in a 2-bedroom, townhouse, and my mom, her whole life, she's always slept on the couch just because she always has a bed and everything, always chooses to sleep on the couch. And we're in a 2-bedroom, and me and my brother were staying in the master bedroom, and then my great uncle was staying in the other room.
Uncle Andy.
Yeah, my Uncle Andy. And then I was like, it was a pretty big, primary bedroom. But I know, I don't want to speak on what happened with you, but you're like, I need somewhere to stay, and I was like, we got a room. It's might not be the most comfortable. There's already 2 people in one room, but you're like, I got a futon. We'll make it work, and we did. And my next door neighbor was also
our 7th grade gym teacher.
Yeah, our gym teacher from middle school, and they did not like us.
He was a raging alcoholic, and
he wasn't. He wasn't.
Don't defend him.
Spouse.
No, I'm just saying the truth is it wasn't him.
Wasn't? His wife was a
yes.
alcoholic.
She was the one that came up to your car and accused us of selling heroin.
Meth, yeah.
Or meth or heroin. She's like,
She accused y'all of selling heroin?
Yeah,
Smack.
She came up to the window.
Like,
and was
Close but no cigar.
and then we thought it'd be funny because after she did that, Pillar went on like, I don't know if it was Craigslist.
Time out. You probably want to clear that the fuck up. You said close but no cigar to what? Smack?
I wasn't selling smack.
Okay.
I was
That's how we
selling
clear up.
love.
We selling love.
But yeah, no, we just thought it'd be funny because like after she did that, like Justin was on like, I don't know, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist or whatever, and he found a sign, like a neon sign that says "We Deliver," and we put it in my bedroom window. My mom did not like that at all.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
You gave that to me from Jimmy John's.
That's what I was gonna say. What was the sign originally for?
It was a neon Jimmy John's
I thought
sign.
you got it off of like Facebook Marketplace or something.
Well, if y'all want
Or
to know, we
OfferUp.
really
Did I?
do deliver.
I don't know.
I could have swore it was from Jimmy John's.
It might have been. I just know you got a "We Deliver" sign and we put it in my window and.
Oh yeah.
Did we lie?
It was a neon red
Is
sign
that-
that
is
said
that-
"We Deliver."
That's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, that was definitely from there because we had that in the store.
You used to work at Jimmy John's?
Yeah,
Go crazy.
for like
Freaky fast.
4 years. I would
Was you freaky fast?
oh I was freaky fast. I would
He said, "Oh, I was freaky fast."
Freaky man's freaky fast.
like the first I don't know like 3 years I was editing. I was working at Jimmy John's and then majority of the time I would just be editing, not even working there. And like that's how I got.
Yeah, you would send me Snapchats
From
being
Jimmy John's.
yeah, being like everybody else is making sandwiches and he's just sitting there on his laptop. And then like a person would come up and be like, "Looks dope, dude. Looks dope."
That's
Yep.
what he said.
Remember we were at the when we went to get my car. That guy was making beats, just sitting.
Oh
there.
yeah, we went to go pick up or you went to go purchase your vehicle
Yeah.
for your new hometown, Illinois.
Yeah.
No, I'm
I don't know
joking.
if that's our hometown.
I'm
that's a
joking.
state.
Yeah, we haven't put it on the record yet that Dave moved here and
Well, it's on
is
it now.
now the honorary co-host of the podcast.
Yep. But we went to Merlin's for you to go buy your car, and like, you went in the back, and I was sitting there on my phone just watching, and I saw a dude like that was in the lobby on his laptop, like with headphones on, bobbing his head. I'm like, he has to be making beats.
Was
Yeah,
it
he
Raph?
was.
Was it Steven's little brother?
No, it was a white
No,
guy.
it was a random guy.
And like when I walked past him, I'm like, I looked back to look at his laptop.
My
screen,
lighter
and
goop.
He was on.
No, it's right here. I
He
got
was
you.
on Logic.
No, it'll be right here.
I
With it.
still want mine.
That's an unlucky lighter.
Yeah, what are you
Oh,
using
never
now?
mind. It has.
I ain't crazy, boy. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this game.
So, I guess around the time that I was
All right.
at
see?
Angie's, that's about the time that we ran into Baker. And
Yeah.
this is when I wanted Baker to sit in a little bit, but as long as everybody can hear him still, I don't think it really matters. We know what his beautiful face looks like. Baker, what do you recall meeting me and Scooter?
Well, I think
What,
we
bitch?
talked about this on our episode, but my friend Mike introduced us, or like he introduced me to you guys.
Mike Rose.
Specifically- Yeah, Mike
Okay.
Rose. He specifically introduced me to Justin, and he played the best. Because like his friend showed him it, and I was like, holy shit. So I DM'd Justin, and then I wanted to film that, and then he said that he just made this new song that he likes called Break Free with Mike Scooter, and I didn't know who he was at the time. For like the first 2 months, I didn't know the difference between like Scooter Jr., Justoid, the whole thing. But yeah, so we talked about filming Break Free, and then I think probably a month after talking, me and Mike Rose and my friend Sam met you guys at the
Yeah.
Route 59 train station, and then we went to the city and filmed, and it was a great time.
Wait, we took the train there?
No, we
No,
met
yeah,
you
I
guys at the train station.
Oh, okay.
And you got, I remember in the video you guys were outside of
Sorry.
like the Sox stadium. and
Wrigley
stuff.
Field. You're outside.
Wrigley.
Oh,
Wrigley,
oh,
yeah.
you're outside Wrigley, yeah.
No, Justin, we met you guys, and then we got in the car right away. First time meeting Justin, he was smoking a fat ass joint, and he's going like 150 down the highway the entire way there, not saying anything.
Why the fuck would you do that?
150, Jesus Christ.
Why the fuck would you do that?
And then we were getting, and then we got downtown, and then every single
Allegedly.
birthday song, he was like, "Rawr!" just like crawling out there and shit. But yeah, we had a good time filming that video, and then we just stuck around, kept nice shot.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. I think that's the only one that we did.
Well, yeah, like where it's like
I-
a single, yeah.
Just you.
Because I don't have a lot of those out. I stepped away from making my own music and focus on the engineering aspect of things instead of like doing my own music thing. A little bit of a regret, but it is what it is.
You know, Mike, I'd say living at your mom's was the closest I came to going to jail.
That's all on you.
No,
I had no part
No,
in
I
that.
know. Oh, I know. There was a lot of police activity, as far as like between me and Nick, and like them hanging out around the block. Goopsy, you weren't really over there at his mom's house at that time.
Y'all niggas was
Before
hot.
that.
What?
Before that
Yeah, and after.
and after.
Y'all niggas was hot.
No, I was just locked in with the music.
No,
So,
yeah,
like,
it
I
wasn't
really-
really. It wasn't really him.
I'm talking about him and Nikki.
What? Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't really Mike. He got caught in a lot of
Everybody knew
crossfires
that
of it.
motherfucking Crown Vic. Everybody knew 2 Crown Vics.
That's, I don't know, have you ever talked about the check engine light on the Crown Vic? That's my favorite story to tell people. Justin was going to sell his car to buy a new car. He was selling his Crown Vic and he's like, bro, there's this pesky fucking check engine light that keeps coming on. And he's like, I'm not paying, like $2,000 to get it fixed. So he's like, me and him, we tore the dash out and then removed the light bulb from where like the light bulb that lights up the check engine light, and then put it all back together and sold the car.
Y'all niggas,
Well, he sold the car.
y'all niggas is some scam artists.
Sold the
There's
car.
physically
It's not
no-
like we sold
There's
it.
word
physically no
Oh,
check engine
y'all
light.
sold this to a corporation.
CarMax.
But
Oh,
bro,
yeah.
but if CarMax was doing their job, they would have plugged a scanner in and seen.
You ain't lying. Make them do their job. I'm all about that. Hey, Robin Hood. We Robin Hood over there. We take from the rich and we give to the poor.
The less I brush my
Robin
teeth.
Hood, Robin who?
Oh,
Robin
here they
Hood,
go.
Robin everyone. That's what I do. Oh wow! Oh,
It's still
my.
free Viker.
It's still free biker.
I'm a
Oh,
free
my.
man. I don't know what to do.
That is a diabolical statement. I can't believe that's on record.
It was very funny.
I'm not even gonna repeat that because I don't want nobody to clip that and have it me saying the less I know, the less he brushes his teeth, the whiter
I don't think that's true
they
though.
get.
Yeah, the more I brush my
He
teeth,
mixed
the
Coke,
whiter they get.
Coke, Bombay, and sherbet ice cream.
Bro, did you see it was like 6
Bro,
a.m. He was like,
we
Oh my
cannot.
god, I thought somebody was
We
in your
cannot.
house.
All right, back to the questions.
it was Bombay, iced coffee, and chocolate milk at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Folks ass is drinking that dragon's milk. That dragon's milk. Folks ass is drinking that dragon's
I would
Oh
say
my
you're
God.
lying, but I know you're not.
No, that's with a wooden
Hey,
spoon.
folks ass.
With a wooden
Folks ass
spoon.
said, I
Like
don't
a kitchen
feel so
wooden spoon?
good.
So he was eating Bombay coffee.
Dude, let's just move on, I guess.
Alright, get back to the question.
Tell me more about recording at your dad's, and what are some of your fondest memories recording from home?
Huh? Yeah.
One of my favorite songs was recorded over there.
At my dad's house.
Yeah, October 6th.
Yeah,
That's
that
it,
song's fire.
That's tough.
But like starting out, because my dad moved. Like first we were in a house and we recorded a lot in the basement. Honestly, it was just like my favorite part was just hanging out with the guys, like chilling, recording music, and like honestly, like a lot like the recording aspect of it is fun, but it's kind of like I don't know, like tedious is the word, but like at that time it wasn't tedious because like I was trying to learn and be faster. But that was a lot of fun. But then just like after a song's done, just like listening to it back and like having a good time chilling, being like, fuck, this shit's fire, we should make another one. And then like more at the house that my dad's at now, it's like, I mean, I've recorded a lot of people there, but like probably my favorite memory was recording Fake Friends. Like I just remember you were like the your and Z-Stone song, because I remember recording the original.
No, yeah, the whole build up to it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that.
But I felt like the energy was right for that song, where like it was like, oh, we got to make this shit a hit.
And it has to drop on this specific day.
And like the build up to it was like super fire. Of like, oh, we gotta like I don't know. Like I like competition. Like every time I'm playing video games, even with like Eshawn or Drew or Justin, like if we're playing like Call of Duty, I'm like, I need to be a higher level than that. Like I need to just be that one step above.
Good
Not
job.
that
How
like
do you
it's.
feel about that?
I'm a higher level than him, and I barely play anymore.
That's
I don't
that-
play enough.
That's that competitive nature.
But like, I just like the like competitive nature of like that aspect in like music, of like, oh shit, like you kind of did dirty, and you're like, fuck, we gotta make this shit work and be better.
What was I gonna say? Oh, fucking yeah,
Tell me about
liberal wives.
Fucking Clorox wipes.
Oh, that was like the first time that I realized that you could take a song in a key and a BPM if you have like lyrics to it.
It doesn't even have to be that, because you could like
Yeah,
as an
you
artist
could morph
adjust
around.
it.
Yeah, but that was like the first time I was like, all right, well, this is what we were working with. Let's find the same beat, same key, same BPM,
Like
and run it.
yeah.
It was like almost like we didn't have to re-record all of it. It was just like a drag and drop change. Dave, grab that.
And I'm sure I've told you this before, but I tell a lot of artists, especially ones that are.
Damn, these niggas ain't never heard of Ash before you pass?
I'm sure that like a lot of like I've told you before, and I've told you, and I tell a lot of artists like even if you start recording a song, you're better off just finishing it instead of giving up. Like
Try to go back to it.
yeah, or like I mean you could go back to it, but like I mean like just like trashing the song, because you could record that song. It might not be your best song. It might not be the greatest song you ever recorded, but there's probably some things from that song that you like, whether it's like 4 bars, a chorus, a verse, that you can just take that and then be like, especially when you're like having writer's block, just be like, I'm never gonna drop that other song that I recorded. Just bring it over to the other song if it works. Like if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You could just keep it in that bank and like.
You gotta manipulate it. I understand.
Yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah, like that. That's like and it's like the same thing like everything else, like the repetition of like starting and completing something. If you finish that song instead of just recording like 8 bars and being like, fuck, I'm not fucking with it. Just stick it out, finish it, and like you can say you accomplished something. And then it's that same thing with like repetition, where finishing something is like a big part of like getting better and getting better at rapping, getting better at structuring songs, get better at that, like all of the aspect of like music in general, or as like an artist creating songs.
I understand what you're saying, bro.
Do you understand it now?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, I
Do
understand.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What did he say? I don't mind if I did.
I don't know. What's your perspective on recording a song and coming back to it?
For anybody that
Like
don't know
there's nothing wrong with like stopping and then being like,
Right there, Bubby.
anybody that don't know who finna talk is Kill Karan. Go ahead, bro.
Funny as hell. Just like, what do you mean exactly though? Just like the process in a sense? And like,
No, like if you're sitting, like if we tried to record a song today and it was the song we were gonna like use to send in, but obviously we didn't finish it, and then you come back like next Saturday and we go back to it, like, and you might not necessarily sound the same or feel the same.
Vibe different, all type
oh
of
yeah,
shit.
definitely. Fuck it. Like, go back to it for sure and try to like see what you can do with it. Like, I mean, I feel like that's always happened. I feel like a lot of artists say that too. Like, oh, like you know, one night you're working on some shit and then you wake up the next day and you're completely different. Like your flow is different. So I do a lot of like, you know, recordings and shit on your phone too, like so you can remember like your flow.
like voice
Like,
memos.
rather than
Yeah, but
Rather-
it's never the fucking same.
yeah, but rather than
No, because
you-
everybody
never the
gets
same.
addicted, like not addicted, but like everybody falls in love with their reference track.
Because it's like
and
a
there's
raw, it's like a raw thing. And they're
But
like,
there-
it's
yeah.
because they used to hearing it.
yeah.
Yes, that and like
But you saying
you were
you'd rather
feeling it, like you had.
Go back to it and finish it, then scrap it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Alright, cool.
For
You're the
sure.
man.
Yeah, but do
I
you
agree
understand?
with that, yeah.
I was like, I agree with what you're saying. There's nothing wrong with like being like, I have a little bit of writer's block right now, so I'm just gonna take a break, step back,
Right.
clear my mind, and come back to it. I'm talking more about like scrapping a song like 8 bars in or like whatever it is, like you only get the chorus done. Like, I think, in my opinion, you should just stick it out, keep recording, and finish that song. It doesn't have to be a song you release, but you have that song done because you like, I mean, you could also say that like you could just finish a chorus, you could just finish a verse, but like if it's a song that you're not planning on releasing, you can always just reference back to it for like another song you're making.
Right.
And when you do have that writer's block, if you like are on the time constraint or something like that, you could be like, there was that one song that I recorded a month ago and I need a verse right now.
Yeah.
I could just use that verse that I liked.
Yeah.
The rest of the song might not be your favorite, but like I like that verse that I did in that song a lot.
Yeah.
And if it works, then it works. If
I-
it doesn't, then it doesn't.
I do that a lot. You
Yeah.
know that. You know I do that a lot. I mean, a lot of the times I just write a song without a beat or anything. Like I just
Yeah,
write
that's
it.
insane to me.
Right.
I need, if I'm writing, which I rarely do, like I have to like,
I don't write as much as I would
I have
like
to have
or
a
used to.
beat.
I'm good. I don't write as much as I would like to or used to because I'm not the same like person that I was, to be honest with you.
You
But
are.
I am, but my thinking,
I know what you mean.
yeah,
though,
my
but
thinking's a little different, so it's like it's not as sporadic as it used to be, I guess. But a lot of the times I'll write a verse, like I'll just have an idea in my head, I'll write it out, and then we go into the studio and I'll be looking for something Justin knows this, and I'll throw it on something else, and if it works, it works. Sometimes it doesn't always work.
Yeah, no, it definitely doesn't always work.
No.
Like you definitely like, if you could come up with that like, the way to like change it and make it flow, and like, because
Yeah.
probably your voice inflection is gonna be the same like the same way you sang it on the other song.
Yeah.
But all the words that you liked a lot are there, and if you can make it work, then that's dope. If you can't, then you just move on to the next.
Yeah, and it's not to say that you won't ever use that verse again. It's just
Yeah, it could work for the next song.
Yeah, exactly.
I like your shoes.
Thanks, man.
I like your shoes. Thanks. I don't know what I.
I feel like I didn't get to touch up enough on it when you asked it, and it was something that I wanted to ask you too. And I feel like Gupta, KB, Christian, and Baker can kind of weigh in on it from like an outside perspective because I feel like perspectives are important. But you were like talk about the origin of CMB, and I was asleep at that point, but I didn't really get to say much.
Good to know now. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like me joining last as it started, but then still being the only one doing it is kind of weird. I'm really pissed off that I made a fucking Finsta and named it Justoid and then can't get into it because I don't want CMB in my username on Instagram anymore. I just want it to be Justoid. And I can't fucking change it because I made another account that's Justoid with 16 follows. And honestly, if everybody could go fucking report the literally Justoid on Instagram and say it's impersonating me, that'd be fucking lovely. Everybody in the room right now, too.
I had to do that. I had to do that with
Please
the
go
Davey Not David account.
Please go
Like,
report it.
I did it
Right
1,000
now.
times.
Right now. Right
Wait,
now.
but you do realize if you end up reporting it, that means you won't be able to get that username. If you actually want to get that
it'll
username,
delete the whole account.
Have you ever tried to send like an email and been like, look, this
Yeah,
is
no, but you gotta know somebody. I feel like it's kind of weird, but I did mean when I say like when they all kind of like stop doing it or like, impersonating. When they stopped doing it, I kind of feel like I felt more responsible to do it. And then at one point, it was really just like me and you, but like you weren't necessarily making music.
Well, I started out as just the engineer, and I ended as just the engineer. So I don't feel like I took any back steps.
No, and you're still an engineer, and obviously you're excluded from when I say like the fizzled out. We have hella features together, but like what I mean is like, the fact that they all stopped kind of makes me feel like more responsible to make it happen at the end of the day. And like aside from the music, like our whole like friend group, I always felt like out of all of the little like cliques that there were at Wabanzi, like between like the Nifties and these people and those people or whatever, like I always felt like our group of friends was like, oh, I'm never not gonna be clicked up with these guys, you know what I mean? But then like the inevitable happened, you know what I mean?
Life.
Dude, that's literally
and,
that
like,
happens to so
and I
many-
feel like
so
it was
many
like a movie because you watch the movies and it's always like the kid that's like, oh, me and my friends, like, we're never gonna stop being friends. I'm always gonna be friends with that guy. But then like the end of the movie, it's like, I'm not even, you know what I mean? He's not even friends with that guy anymore.
Well, what
But,
Eshawn said, it's an effort thing, and it's also like different people are on different paths in their life. So
No,
It's-
and everyone matures at different rates, and that's something you got to realize is like, not everyone's gonna be on the same level, especially in their early 20s. I mean,
24, 25, acting like a kid.
Fitz with 2 kids at 24. No, you know what I mean? Like, we're in different
Yeah,
I mean,
speeds.
there's just everyone just develops at different paces, and it's like it's not a race, and it's hard to remember that sometimes. You know what I'm saying, KB?
I've never heard KB not talking.
I'm just taking it all in. I ain't going back.
Yeah.
I know this nigga think I'm fried, but I'm really, honestly not. I'm just taking it all in.
He's a better listener,
Yeah, I'm just letting y'all get y'all.
better
opinion.
listener than the speaker.
You feel me?
'Cause-
I ain't got too much to say about it, cause like shit, I'm
you said-
late. I'm late to the party. You know, I ain't really meet. So I ain't really go to high school with these guys. Like that, I did go to Wabanzi for a year, but I ain't graduate. I wasn't there when they was there, but I met all of these guys like a little later and shit like that.
Through the
But
grapevine.
huh?
I said
Through me damn near, because that's
No,
when
I
I
know,
met
talk
the
about
roller
the-
rink.
You don't
Talk about
meet
through
through
the
grapevines.
grapevine. But
You
like
hear
yeah,
things
so like I met everybody a
So
little
what
later, so I can't speak on
Chuck E. Cheese,
the dynamic
playhouses.
as much as like the rest of them can. So I'm just taking that shit in, bro. Don't even trip.
Well, it's just different because like I could sit here and talk about like things that happened in like 6th, 7th grade with this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like we didn't even talk about the whole Thomas story or like the Jared thing. Like you know what I mean? Like all the different like fights and shit in middle school and like just like bullshit, bro. And like with Rory and all those motherfuckers,
shit.
bro. You know what I mean? I just
Hey,
feel like there were multiple.
You wanna be an
angles
inner.
there. It was like
No,
it was
I'm
like
just saying. I'm
it,
just
it was like it was more than it wasn't a business thing and it wasn't a personal thing though. It was like almost both. Like at that point I wasn't working with him anymore because I wasn't gonna pay his rate, and like I'm not afraid to say that on camera, sitting in front of him, off camera. Like if his studio costs 80 to 125 an hour, that's what it fucking costs. You know what I mean? And then if his online mix at home costs $150, that's what it fucking costs. You know what I mean? Whether or not he let me crash at his house for a year or fucking, you know what I mean? And like at one point in time, I was sour about it. I was really fucking sour about it. I didn't want, you know what I mean? I didn't want to pay anything. I'm like, bro, at one point I was like, bro, I'm like your only credit. Why would you fucking charge me? You know what I mean? But like, it makes sense, and you can't always ask for favors, and I know that especially. So I don't know why I was asking for favors at like that point in time, and then obviously some shit that we don't even need to get into, right? With other motherfuckers got into it, and just it was messy and fucking. I mean, I've done irrational shit. This idiot all the way on the left has done some real irrational shit. Like motherfuckers make bad choices, and then like it's just about like being man enough to like
Own up to him.
own up to it.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's
I was an idiot.
life gets life.
and like I feel like that's something I've been pretty good at, especially this year. Is like looking at things round the whole table. Like how do you see it? How do you see it? How do you see it? Well, this is how I see it. And like, what's the most reasonable way to look at it for everybody? Not just like, oh, well, what works for me and how do I see it? I don't really give a fuck how Christian, Malik, and Eshawn see it. You know what I mean? Like, but to get to the point. To be man enough to just be like, yeah, it was fucking stupid. You know what I mean? And like once that barrier was crossed. Obviously, like, I'm not shoving my foot down his mouth or anything to like link up, you know what I mean? But over time, this is like now almost a year ago. And it's not like I hopped on Instagram and fucking told the world like, oh, me and Scooter are cool again, everybody, you know what I mean? Or like texted everybody in the world. Like, you probably had no idea for a while. Like Hayden.
Actually, my brother brought it up to me today.
Like, and then Nick, he's like, are you even cool with Mike? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like a thing that I'm just like flexing, you know what I mean? But like, and it wasn't something that was flexed either when we fell out. It's just like, if you knew, you knew. And like, I felt like it was weird. Like, I had people asking me about it where like people look at like on Reddit where, oh, Meek Mill followed so-and-so's ex-girlfriend or like this and that. And like, people pay attention to that shit.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? Or like, oh, Nicki Minaj unfollowed Lil Wayne on Instagram. And like, they make
Bro,
it like
how the
news.
fuck did we
you know
get
what
to
I
talking
mean?
about
No,
freak
I'm just
Bill?
making a reference.
This nigga's a fucking clown.
Allegedly.
I wanted Baker's perspective on everything.
I wanted to work with everybody, but it ended up just kind of working with you and Mike. I thought what you guys had was cool, and you know, I thought everybody's music was good. Some I liked more than others, but yeah, I thought what you guys had was going good, and then slowly, I guess things from an outside perspective just kind of fell out. And then, yeah, I remember when Justin wasn't working with Mike for a bit, and I didn't really know what was up. I didn't question anything, though. And then I talked to both you guys at the time and didn't even really bring it up.
Yeah, I saw you on the highway.
Yeah, I saw you on the highway. We were both going to the city for something. Well, yeah, it was,
Telling me about that.
yeah, I forgot what I was doing, but
Sorry.
No. I looked over, I'm like, is that Mike? And then I started honking my horn, and then you're like, yo.
I was on the way to a session. I was like, no
Yeah,
fucking way.
Yeah, you
Baker's
were
right next to me.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was on the Mannheim or something, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Eisenhower, the
Yeah.
290.
And then I remember I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I just heard Justin's album, and you know there was like I think J Bands is on there and Z Stone, like with Fake Friends and stuff. So I heard everybody's sounds, and then you guys came out with an album that summer, which was pretty dope, and we wanted to shoot a lot of stuff, but just never got around to it, like with everybody on the songs and stuff. But yeah, good times.
Yeah.
I wanna hear what you think about staying adaptive and having you know, different avenues with situations changing. You know, doing music. You know, how do you know which path is the right path as far as like you know, what you want to do with it? You know, how do you feel about like backup plans? How you stay motivated? Because I know there's like a good handful of times where like you would try to quit on me, and then there's probably like once or twice where I tried to quit on you, and you're like, nah, you can't even. So like I want your opinion on it.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Look at that. Oh, that's pretty cool.
The fuck is wrong with you?
pretty cool. Starting out, it was purely just like a fun thing to do with my friends. Like we would all hang out and record music together, and then it evolved into something that I thought.
Those are twists.
Yeah, they're twists. I found that out.
Hell yeah, brother.
Right, what? But basically, it started just being a fun thing, hanging out with friends, making music, and then it was something that I was super interested in. And I guess it's just like the way my mind's wired. Like, if I play a video game and I like the video game a lot, I'm gonna just play that video game all the time. And the same thing with like music, where I was just like super interested into it, and I was like, well, there's artists that make a lot of money. I'm sure all the people around them, they make some type of like money. And it was just really looking into like I'm right out of college, or not college, right out of high school, trying to like figure stuff out. So it's like, how can I make something that I enjoy like kind of going off of like that cliche saying of like, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Yeah. But like just trying to figure out something that I truly enjoy doing and trying to like monetize that, I guess is the way to say it.
Yeah.
So like that's like where it started of like going from a fun thing to actually trying to do something as like my job and my career. So like I went and visited Full Sail in Orlando, Florida. It's gonna go there.
I think you talked about this on the last pod too.
Yeah, so I visited there, did that. Way too expensive. So then I came back and the place that we started, like you came out,
Yeah.
we all recorded.
But the building itself is Treehouse Records,
Yeah,
and
you
there's
can,
like
you can rent out rooms.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
there's
And
like a
that's
whole
that's
where we walk
went.
in. There's like 2 or 3 more sets of doors that go to like different.
No,
wings.
I remember going there like years ago. I mean, this is when I was. I used to take my
And
shirt
I
off.
have no idea how he got
I
his
have pictures
hands.
in my
How he got his
Snapchat.
hands on like a whole wing. Make that make sense.
But basically, started recording at Treehouse, just like renting out a room. I would say competitive prices, opposed to other studios in the city. And KB would come there a lot. Justin would come there a lot. When you were in town, you would come. Then we would all hang out, make good music. And then like on top of that, like KB would also bring a bunch of artists with him that were also trying to record that also helped me out like immensely, because then they would like maybe do a feature on your song, and then they're like they got the like bug of like shit, maybe I want to record like my own song.
And it's a lot of different sounds too, so it's not like just my sound or just Justin's sound or just Dave's sound or your sound. It's other shit as well, so it just also progresses your talent and your skill.
Yeah, no, I agree. And then it just started from that, like building a booth, like with my dad in my garage.
That shit's still raw as fuck to me.
Yeah, like
You sold it, right?
no, I
still
tore
have
it
it
apart. We
there?
just threw it. Like I left a wall of it, so technically I'm not allowed to rent a room from there anymore because I left the room dirty. But
Dude, I
it
wish.
wasn't even like there was like
No.
You
Do you
could,
have
but
the
someone
booth?
else
Is
could.
what I'm
no,
saying.
I threw it away.
Damn, bro.
Dude, that
I don't
was
have
so
anywhere to
mu-
put it
that-
at my
that-
house.
That little room was so like it wasn't magical.
I could build
but
it again.
was
That shit was raw as fuck.
The creativity was just flowing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't like we
it
had
was so much fun.
It wasn't like we had blueprints. Me and my dad just were like, we need 4 small walls, a base thing, and a top thing, and then I built in my garage, had it up, took it apart, rented a truck from Home Depot. We brought it to down Cicero, like on the west side, and we carried it up,
Put it
together, and then
I didn't
Had-
know that. I didn't
yeah.
know that.
so then we did that, and then I worked there for a while, a little bit, like a little under a year, like just doing my own thing, and then
Got the internship.
So yeah, then a super dope artist that I work with, his name's Kato, and he would go to another studio at Music Garage, which is pretty much the same thing as Treehouse, where you just go rent out a room and then you could put in your own studio there. And he was like this other lady that's she has like her own little setup studio, and she's looking for people to come work at her studio. I applied there. She wanted like real studio experience, like basically like interning at a studio or something. And I only had worked at the studio I worked at, like my own thing. And she didn't seem like
Impressed by that.
like it wasn't a good enough qualification for her yet. Like it wasn't good enough. So then I was just like, well, maybe I could apply to a different studio. I applied to one studio, it was LSD. Like I didn't even know they were hiring, and I just went to like the bottom of their website where like it's like reach out to us, put in your email, your phone number, and then like write us a message. And I just said that I was an engineer looking if they were ever hiring. And it was just perfect timing because they were looking.
It was right place, right time for you.
Yeah, like they were just looking for somebody because the owner of our studio, Vibe, she's super dope. She was about to have her child, and she was looking for somebody else to not fill in for her, but like take in that spot of they had 2 people and her, so she wanted another third person. and I went to the first interview, like where it's just me and her talking. That went well. I got moved on to like doing a mock session of where I was recording and mixing in 30 minutes. Another engineer that worked there that like he makes his own music. Shout out Hob. He does like his own music. He writes for people. He's a super dope engineer, and like I recorded him, mixed him in 30 minutes, and then they had a couple other people, and they had to pick through all of them, and I was lucky enough to get the opportunity to start working for them in like 2020, 2021, and I've been there ever since. But like to answer to your thing, like it's just like if something's working, keep doing like to your like adaptive thing. I know I went on a long rant there, but like it's like being like the more you can like pivot and being like, oh, this is dope, but like you can always do something bigger. Like you don't ever have to stop what you're doing then. You can always just look for new opportunities and things like that. And then for like the music aspect of it, it's just like keeping up to date with like new trends, new music, like what's like, cause for a big portion of like when we were in high school till probably like 2-3 years ago, like rap and hip hop were the biggest genre. And right now it's kind of leaning more towards country. It's very big.
Streamers,
so,
pop.
Yeah, streamers, pop.
Well, it's really almost anything that just kind of catches a little bit of
Karan's
Buzz.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Karan's TikTok.
But it's just like keeping
Plug
up to
your
date.
shit.
Kill Quran.
Wow.
TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah, I got the Kill Corona.
What song you want them to hear?
Tainted Love.
Tainted Love.
Pop up Tainted Love right
KILLKURON.
I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding.
Pop it up.
Baker, that's on you to add.
All right.
Pop it up.
So you can.
All right, so I got 2 more questions.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
One's kind of about like the music we would make, and then one's a futuristic question. Gupta, take a seat.
Karan, you want to sit?
Take a seat.
He
Gupta, take a
said
seat.
no.
What? You cooked?
Yeah,
It's fine. Take a seat.
You gotta,
This is a logistical nightmare
if
for
you
Ryan.
talk, if you talk, you gotta talk loud.
And now he has to
Ain't got no mic,
turn
that's
down
the mic.
Davies. Sorry.
No,
All right, all right.
no. All right. So
That man.
obviously, we wouldn't make no like get it, bah, music,
Like
right?
New
So
Jersey club.
What the fuck you trying to say?
me and him.
What's wrong with that kind of
I'm
music?
talking nothing.
That's just not like our style.
I know
So
it ain't your
let me
style.
get to the question.
I don't know, I kinda felt like you was throwing shots.
He's got one eye open, one eye closed.
Hold on.
All right.
You're lucky the gate's not in.
Hold on. So, and obviously at that time, you know, you and I are, I guess you could say a little bit more ahead of the rat race when it comes to like the whole like getting your heart broke thing. So like the music we were making was a little bit more like,
Yeah, it's like heartbreak hip hop.
it's more like
heartbreak
personal. So
alternative.
So instead of when some people would go to like therapy in a sense or something, right? Like at that point in our lives, we would turn to something like that, right? So talk about the importance of that, or if that still applies to you, if you still like get on the mic like that, or like
Yeah, I mean.
do you write like about how you feel? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, I mean, I would say, like, even for a lot of people, whether it's making your own music or listening to it, it is like a form of therapy where you could, like, really, like, it's like an enhancement to feel your emotions of, like, if you have a song that makes you emotional or something like that, that really relates to, like, the story you've gone through and the artist was able to connect with you in that way. I don't release my own music anymore, but like whether it's just something that like I'm bored and I want to do, or if it's something that like I've been feeling some type of way where like I want to just let some emotion out, I guess you could say. Like, I still record songs for myself. I don't really post them just because I don't really do it for like I make the songs for myself, so like I could get something out and then I could, if I want to, listen to it back. But I think it's like you said, like how instead of going to therapy, I feel like it is a form of therapy of making and listening to music.
Good answer. I agree.
Yes, very good.
I plead the fifth.
I think creation in general.
It's
is therapy. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're painting a picture or
Yeah.
doing whatever, just creating something that's just there. Even if you're like an
You know
author,
what kind of train this is?
what are you talking about? They're making fun of me. Why are you making fun of me? Go to your seat.
Okay, last question I have.
Yeah, I
for
just
you.
switched because I know you don't want to be on the
And I
camera.
want to
Why
play.
you make
And I
it
want to.
fun?
Okay. I got one more question.
So,
I got one more question, and then I want to play.
Bro, did you go
Maybe-
take a piss with that mic on?
Yeah, I did.
I shut it off.
That was a hot
I shut it
mic.
off. Oh, really? Yeah.
I'm hot. I know you've seen the NFL. All right,
I got one more question.
One more question.
And then I either want to play one. I either want to.
God damn it!
What?
4 fucking seconds! It was 4 fucking seconds! You're fucking drinking milk! You're scaring the neighbors!
That's exactly what you said, nigga. Oh my mama.
You're drinking milk, you're throwing up!
Wait, was that outside of the plane?
Hey, folks said,
I'm getting
hey, folks
These
said,
fucking squirrels!
hey, folks said, I don't feel so good.
Killing airtime. I don't want to cut. I don't want to cut nothing, bro.
You're fucking drinking milk!
Dude, I already got to do like 6-7 cuts.
Dude, when
You got to do like 6-7 cuts.
When Kix did that when we were all in your fucking studio. Oh my god. That was one of the funniest.
All right, what's your last question?
That was the day I tried to take your
All
water
right, shut the
bottle
fuck
from
up,
you.
really quick.
You.
Compose yourself.
Guilty as charged.
What did you do?
I squeezed this in too hard and it buzzed my nose.
All right, I don't even want to know. What's the last question? Or the
And then-
next question?
So I have one more question, and then I either want to do one round or I want to do speed round of what we couldn't do last week.
Okay.
And it's a
let's do it.
segment I have called Music Memories.
It's called what?
Music memories.
Oh, music.
It's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it probably sounded like on the mic.
Last
What he
question.
said, right?
Though. A good 5-year plan for Scooter Jr.
I just keep making music, and really, hopefully, like I've talked to a couple different people of like that have ideas for like making our own studio. Mainly like there's a guy named Zay Visual. Shout out Zay Visuals, and Red Tape District. He shoots music videos, and me and him have talked a lot about like really like trying to make our own like space where he could have like sets and stuff, and he can shoot music videos at like a location instead of like having to like use locations like outside and stuff. Yeah, or like having to rent out a place or something like that, and then having like a area where it's like kind of like the whole production of like this area is for making the song, this part's for shooting and like releasing the song. And I mean, like we had a couple different names for it. He probably came up with the dopest one.
You don't want to put that on page. Don't let nobody hear that yet.
Yeah, I probably until it happens. But like that's like really like the goal is to have our own studio where we could do like our own thing. Like, I definitely love working at the studio I work at, but it's a goal of mine just like seeing what
Why are you laughing?
my boss Vibe has done with her studio and like trying to like do my own thing kind of like her, and on top of that hopefully work like really build relationships with artists that like are growing and stuff like that, because like it's always cool to like meet somebody that's already established a name for themselves and like be like, oh, I recorded with so and so, But I think it's really more
There's
important.
like connection.
Yeah, like I think it's more important to like work with the artists and help build their sound. And like,
It's time to play music memories.
if you're gonna ask me names of songs, I'm gonna be horrible
No,
at this.
no.
Okay.
So they'll tell you how it works. All right. You played it like first or second. So pretty much, and this is the first time I've done it with somebody that really like, I guess, knows the discography of music. Not necessarily names. But like
Yours?
the songs. Yeah. And we'll listen to it, and then we'll talk about the song, like what you were going through when you wrote it, if you have any stories about the song, and then if you wrote it, or if you shot a music video to it, if you got a story from the shoot. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm actually gonna go first, and I choose this song because I don't know much about it besides that I like it a lot.
You ain't never seen a man like this. No stars, I pick my fits. Fuck up, I got a brand new bitch. You know, I like all. Get fucked up on the weekend. Smile, burn slow. Got ash on my white tee and shows my doves. Think I'm falling off the deep end. So my soul, but baby, I don't have one.
Tell me about White Tea, because I know nothing. Was that just
Honestly, like that song really wasn't about anything. That was just like trying to make.
no, right? But like, when, why, how?
Oh,
you wrote that?
Yeah,
Like-
that was right when I got Pro Tools, and I just was recording as many songs as I could to get better at like Pro Tools and like really learn it.
The beat.
I don't remember. I like.
He said, I don't remember.
Oh, I think it was. It's like a band. It's.
Bro,
It
the
was more
girls
like-
like that song.
No, I know it was like
The girls
a
like that song.
alternative song where like it was like
That
some.
was it's an instrumental.
No. It's just like a. It's not like a rapper type beat like
Oh,
where it's
yeah.
like
No, I
Lil
get it.
Uzi. It was like.
I directed a whole video for it.
I
and
can't
wanted to-
remember.
Same here.
Yeah, I had no intention of like writing about like an experience or anything like that. Like I was just trying to make a catchy song that sounded good, and like try to make like a really good hook that like people enjoyed, that it was like catchy that people want to listen to again. And then yeah, just like doing that, and then I ran into writer's block, and I was like, yo, J-Band, do you want to hop on this song?
The Mission off of Love Deficiency.
Make me wanna put all these drugs in my system. Never get one up on me cause I got the wisdom. Always tryna be there for you like an assistant. Never meant to make our problems feel like a mission. Know you want to come back home, but you won't get back what you stole. All alone and I'm so cold. It won't be long till I lose control.
Love Deficiency was an album that was like 28 written. So it was the one in the studio where the three of us are falling that we were talking about. It says Love Deficiency, Quran. Remember? The cover art in there, you're like, I like that one. It says love. He made every single beat, and then he engineered every single song, and I wrote every single track. And that's why it's the three of us on there. Because it was like, it was the first time as like artists or like a team that we were able to make a body of work and didn't have to like outsource to YouTube or whatever the case is.
Yeah,
It was
I was a sophomore at Westchester.
it was
That's
all
when you
like
came to
in-house,
visit
you
me.
know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a great time. That was so much fun.
It was difficult on me and Mike's end though, because he was really getting like fucked up at that time, and sometimes it was hard to contact him or get things like a verse or a beat or like I'm surprised that I even got
so
10 beats from him at that point in time. I'm surprised he even got 10 beats from him at that point in time. You know.
I had fun.
But a lot of those songs were recorded in the blanket fort that we talked about last episode in his dad's living room. That album, like, it just like made me start taking music seriously, I think, with songs like Piano Girl and like Eastbound
Yeah,
Cure,
that was a big
Marbles.
You funny as hell.
Stock, like it was like
Stuck in
it was like okay, it was like okay,
What's
he's
wrong?
not just a kid rapping in high school, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't in high school anymore. It was like, oh wow, you know what I mean? Like this is what they're doing. Christian requested one, and I'll give it to him. I gotta outsource to SoundCloud. Yeah. Well, yeah. Christian likes the weird song. Christian,
Like that song,
name
Goldie.
your 5 favorite songs.
Oh, Justoid, definitely Notice, Goldie. I like Off-White Rug. Why Should I Even Try?
Yeah, I was gonna
And-
say, why should I even try? He said it's a perfect
Back
song
to You.
start to finish.
We should take it slow-mo. I'm looking through our photos. You wanna move solo, but I don't think you know. I just hope you notice. Been going through the motions, and I've been losing focus, but I don't think you know this.
So, I think me and Mike recorded that, and there was a little chunk left on the end. And at this point, motherfuckers were just like not trying to record no more, in a sense. And I think like we wanted to give it to J-Bands, he didn't want it. We wanted to give it to Jacob, he didn't want it. We didn't feel like it was anything for Dave, in a sense, or like Zach. And we were teasing it a lot online because it's like, it's good as fuck, right? And then Dominiac was like in love with it, and he had hit us up, and he said he wanted to get on it, and I was like, well, there is a little bit left. And at this point, it was like 6 to 8 months after we recorded it, and I don't think either of us really had very much of like an emotional attachment to that song, right? Even like still, like not a very.
I
like,
recorded the chorus and then I
Right.
was like, you wanna hop on it?
Like it's a good song, but like I don't really have like an emotional attachment to it, in a sense, to the point where like he had an emotional attachment to it, so we gave it to him and let him finish it, and then he dropped it on SoundCloud.
That's the song you picked, man.
Pick for
Pick for what? Where have you been the last 20 minutes? We've been sitting here talking about.
Stop talking to me in my head.
What the fuck?
When it's all been said and done, and you read between the lines, and my mental starts to run, and your feelings start to hide. I've been lost up in the sauce. Treat me like a different guy. Know the pain is what it costs. If I wanna keep you mine, and now I wanna go back how it felt when I first met you. It dissolved into no surprise. I can't forget you. I turned you cold, and I don't know why. I never meant to. Now all those lies that you tell the guys, I don't disrespect you.
Brand new whip, the seats is chocolate chip. Bitch, I blow by the pound and you blow by the zip. 9 mil sig, it rock like Aerosmith. You can walk this way if you wanna take a trip. I've been humble for a while, now it's time to talk my shit. I stay the fuck about the way, but no, I stay up in the mix. Don't do no dissing shit, talking all that shit gon' leave you missing, bitch. I'm rocking with my kid, don't need new friends, you know we flipping shit. I stay low key, you only knowing what you see. I keep a thing on me, this bitch is hot 100 degrees. I'm never lacking hope.
The main reason I chose both of those songs is because I was, whether I was in the room or I was a part of it, like, in like the recording and mixing process, it was just like dope memories that I have with these guys, like just being in the studio with them when you guys were recording, making hits, same thing with you, chilling at my crib, recording songs, making fire.
This is part 2 of the Scooter J Pod. We've officially.
I'm gonna take my bag 'cause I know y'all niggas be stealing.
All right.
Yeah,
Not me.
Are you leaving?
I'll be right back.
All right.
No.
All right. Well, I appreciate everyone for coming to the part 2 of the Scooter J Pod. We've undug all of the secrets today. We've gotten a little deeper into the sheets of the blanket fort.
Don't say it like that.
I hope so. Did you see that earlier? I said lots of blanket forts. He goes, I hope thou.
I didn't. I wasn't paying attention. Now I feel left out, dude.
What's up, guys? Justoid here to talk about a brand new podcast ad. We got Dr. Gadget. Dr. Gadget's a phone and tablet repair store with 3 locations in the suburban area. You can head up there to get your screen fixed, battery replaced, tons of services, man. They offer all types of stuff for your phone. They got screen protectors, cases, new and used devices. So what are you waiting for, bro? Head up to Dr. Gadget today. Use code RMRP or Justoid to receive $20 off a service and a free screen protector today. Shout out Dr. Gadget. Stay up, stay blessed, stay safe. Peace. Shit.
Can I twerk now?
Yeah.
Thank you. They said you have to twerk for the camera. Huh?